Hello and welcome to Model Kits Beginner. Good to have you all here. Our kit review for the week is something which I got very shortly, about short time ago, and it is this, the Vantasy, Dirty Donny's Vantasy little Chevy truck. Here it is. You see it has written on seats painted, so I got it second hand with painted seats. Well, that's not a problem. Even there are some spare seats in there. Slightly different. We'll have a look at that just now. But in the meantime, I think that's quite an exciting kit. Always loved those vans from the early 70s. Pretty cool. So looking forward. It's an MT kit, so not too sure about the quality. And it has been, well, this particular one is a re-release, the 500th re-release of the original, but we'll have a look at that just now. But the original kit is as old as the van. It really is. And in order to see how old it really is, I suggest we pop down to Scalmates and have a quick look at the history. So here it is, Dirty Donny's Chevy van, the Vantasy, and this particular kit, which I will show you in a few minutes, came out in 2012 with new decals. It's a rigid box top opener, as most AMT kits of the time were, and here you see quite an extensive history. So that goes all the way back to 1971, and so this is what you can expect from the kits. So let's see what that looks like. But here we go. I always love to look at the, let's get that a bit smaller. Here we go. Here you have the first one, the first iteration, which was a rescue van. Then there are a couple of other iterations which I would love to show you, like the open road Chevy Mini motorhome that came out also in 71, already immediately a re-release with obviously a changed roof section. Then we had in 77, very 70s, the Ecstasy. Isn't that beautiful? So lovely made up Chevy van right over here. And this is the latest, which came out last year, the Aquarot race team. Would love to have one of those. Oh, that just looks amazing. Isn't that? I love that. Love the box art. Love the van, even with this fantastic racing boat here on a trailer. I've never seen that kit anywhere, so if you have it, build it before, let me know. Looks an awesome kit. Now, of course, what we are looking at today is Dirty Donny's van, and obviously a question comes out, who is Dirty Donny? He is an artist. He even has this here on his website. His website, if you want to visit, is dirtydonny.com. Very simple. Have a go at dirtydonny.com and look what he has to offer. This is his homepage right over here, Dirty Donny Gillies, and he makes this kind of red artwork. Beautiful stuff. Here's some sneak peeks. Here's some of the artwork he did, and people of my age will recognize lots of things over here. Look at that. Look at that. There is a different vaninator. Lots of red thing kind of artwork, which I love. Fantastic. Anyway, so that's Dirty Donny's. Give him a look. Come get over to the website, have a look. I showed you the van, which you couldn't even see the different one. Here it is. Here we go. Sorry about that. There's that van. The Pabst Gay Cruiser. So that's fantastic. So lovely stuff over here. Pop over to dirtydonny.com and have a look at his stuff. He even has a shop, so if you want to buy some of his stuff, you can do that as well. But we obviously will not do any of that. We will have a look what is in this particular AMT kit, and it will be very interesting to see. given the fact that it is not today's kit or yesterday's kit, but the day before yesterday's kit. So let's pop down to the bench and see what's in the box. See you there. So here we are down at the bench with the Dirty Donny's Vantasy. Multiple mural and graphics option, it says, and customize your own Chevy street van. Fantastic. Then having a look here on the side, you see different custom Dirty Donny's artwork. Let's see, that's in the box. Then we have basically the front artwork right over here. Here you had Dirty Donny's when he was still young, and deemed to be the most influential artist to invade the pop culture scenes of the punk, rock and roll and heavy metal underground. So that's him, that's Dirty Donny. If some of you for whatever reason live under a rock and you have never heard of him, that's it. That's part of his artwork. Includes fully loaded decal sheet with multiple side tunnel graphics. And then right at the bottom we have the spruce and the decal layout. So let's pop this open. You see it says seats painted, and the seats are painted. We will see that in a minute, but in the meantime let's get all this out. Let's just make some space here next to me. Busy repairing a laptop here on the side. It's all a bit rough. Here is the instruction sheet, beautiful body. We have quite a few plastic parts, which we just put to one side here. We have obviously tires. We have quite a few seats, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Another piece of paper, beautiful. We have some Classics Reborn AMG advertising here at the bottom, and then we have decal sheets which don't even fit in the box. I mean, look at this. Bent. I'll have a look at that obviously as well. Right, let's have a look at this. What is this? Gimme Danger, the art of Dirty Donny Gillies. And here's a little bit about Dirty Donny, what he does, what he did in the past. Some samples of his beautiful artwork right over here. Really great stuff. That's quite an ABBA logo. That's not what we would consider a typical artwork for ABBA, but yeah, here you go. And yeah, he was on everything and still is to a point. Here we go. Monster Art Bash, yeah. So it gives you a little bit of a background of Dirty Donny Gilly as an artist. Certainly worth having a rummage and have a look. Right, now let's see, do we maybe have instructions? We do have instructions online. Well, I suggest we look at those then rather online, because that's not, I don't know, they're laid out kind of funny here online. So let's do it here, let's do it live and for you. Here we go. So that's what it looks like. Tells you a little bit more about the van. Then they start out with the engine tires right over here, then the frame and the pan right over here. Suspension parts you will find right over here. Then here we have wheels, drivetrain, pretty cool. Radiator is right over there. Then we have the seats, custom seats right over there. Steering wheel, then spare wheel here at the back, and how I get everything together. Then different trim options, we'll have a look at those in a minute. Also side trim options, and then that is what it can look like. You see there are different versions of artwork here which you can choose from. And what kind of artworks are there? What am I on about? Well, I guess we'll have a look at the rather extensive decal sheet, which I haven't had a look at yet. So it appears the first owner, which is wonderful, which means we are able to open this up for the first time, which is great. Right, the slightly bent because it doesn't fit in the box decal sheet. That's quite something. I don't think I've seen that before. That's quite interesting. Anyway, there she is. Oh, wow. Look at that. You really have some options here. What do you think? I think that's quite something. Should we go a little closer so you can see a little better? Let's do that. Let's do that. Here we go. So that's quite some fantastic stuff over here. And they look all right. They're not yellowed at all. Pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Love that. That's pretty cool. Right, that's the first sheet. And there's the second sheet. Look at that. The eyes, which we all know. Different types of side decals. You really have choices here. So side decals all over the show. No decals for dashboards or any other thing. No number plates. None of that. Nah, don't need that. Just the real Vantasy decals. And boy, are they fantastic. They really are. Excuse the pun. Right. Love that. Love that. And if you're into these kinds of shaggin' wagons, as they were called rather respectlessly, then you obviously appreciate that as much as I do. Now, having a look at the first package right over here, we have a steel axle, the one and only. And then we have tires right over here, which maybe just pop one out and have a look at one, see what they are like. Just for everybody to remember, kit came out in 2012, original kit in 1971. And here we go, we have a branded tire. What do you think about that? It looks like a good year. Very, very nice. Love a branded tire. And here we have the tread, which looks pretty authentic, I might say. It has a seam in the middle, so it needs a bit of cleaning up, but otherwise, very, very nice. I like that already. Like what I see here. Let's pop that tire back in the bag. That's pretty cool. Glass options we have as well. We have special amber and red lights. For those in the US, the amber lights are normally the indicator lights, and the red ones are the rear and brake lights. Then we have, let's take the glass thing, where is it? Must be somewhere here. Here you go. That's already, stuff is already half broken off, so I'm not going to open this up. But you see front window right over here. Here you go. Side windows, which you can put in if you like to, I suppose. These are the normal side windows. They are the typical bullseye. Remember those? I think I need to put those on. I really do. And there we have the rear window. Pretty cool stuff. Love that. Love that. Right, seats. We talked about the seats and that they're pre-painted. So we have these seats which were pre-painted. And I'm not quite sure if they're actually the seats from the kit. Let me have a look here, because they're in the instructions. These seats look more like this. So I think these were the seats which came in the kit. Not really, actually. They look totally different in the instructions. But this is closer to what we see in the instructions. But this is also pretty close. So yeah, we have choices, and then obviously the buyer, the seller, put some other seats in. I think these ones will work very well too. And then these ones are more in the racing seat category, so I don't think these are typical van seats. But yeah, so I don't mind the painted seats. I mean, it would be very easy to unpaint them, but I might not even need to do that. Then we have a chrome tree. Of course we have a chrome tree. Here we go. let's have a look at that. Now it's a 71 kit, so as you can see, steering wheel, obviously you have, if you want to have your entire steering wheel metal, which is obviously your choice. If not, then you probably take off the chrome anyway. Some of the chrome mounting points are again at points where you're going to see them, which was quite common in the area, so you can either try to touch up or just dechrome and rechrome. Air filter out of chrome, the van out of chrome, biggest fan right over here. We have some which looks like stock wheel caps. Anyway, quite a few nice chrome parts, and this obviously the classical front end. We have seen in the instructions there might be an alternative to that one, so maybe we'll get to see that in a little while. So here we are, chrome parts, not bad. 71 kit, not bad at all. Some of it may be a bit too shiny, but that should not be a problem. Just a bit of a semi-gloss clear over that and you should be fine. Alright, and here we can see that it is a used kit because bags are open already. Right, these are the spare wheel right here at the back. Nice structure over there as well. Let's try and get that on so you can see. Yeah, it's probably too fine, you can't see. There's a bit of a texture here, so like, you know, a vinyl cover, so that gives you that. And here we have the alternative front, which you can obviously do body color if you want to. You know, there are many ways to scheme the cat. There is the side trim which we have seen, and there is some ventilation windows maybe, who knows. Pretty cool, quite a few options. Then here we have drivetrain parts, and yeah, quite a few of those, and the leaf springs. Jeez, words are not coming out today again. We have the shock absorbers right over here, differential, quite a substantial differential right over there. And this looks like possibly interior. What do you think? And here we have another steering wheel, not made out of chrome. Very good. You have that option. Obviously, you can also use the D-chrome one if you like that a little better. It's not only the chrome which is a difference, it's also a different kind of, it's a 3-spoke wheel. Here you can see the difference right over there. See, the chrome is a three-spoke wheel, kind of a sporty wheel, and this seems to be the stock steering wheel. Some stock steelies right over here as well, and part of the front suspension. This looks like exhaust parts over here. Pretty cool. Then this was this bag, all done. Oh, it actually, I didn't see that. It has an A here as well. Did you see that on that sprue? Kind of has an A here. Wonder where that goes. Let me know in the comments if you do know. And it obviously has a, in those days you had to have a CB radio, and there it is. There it is. Right, and let's go to the next bag, which incidentally hasn't been opened yet. That's pretty cool. So we'll do the honor. And we have here the center console front. That's where underneath you will find the main access to the engine. I think you can change fluids from the front, but that is where you get to spark plugs and that kind of stuff. Radiator parts, radiator shroud, front suspension parts right over here. Then dashboard right over here, a firewall, exhausts right over here, 2-in-1, and this is part of the wheels, I'm sure. Then here we have the frame, some other smaller suspension parts. All in all, needs cleanup. If you were wondering if there's flash, yeah, there is. Not horrible amounts, but there is, and it certainly needs a little bit of tender loving care. There's the lovely engine right over here, oil pan, and drive shafts. There's a center drive shaft support. There's a steering column right over here. And that's about it for this. Then obviously last, but certainly not least, the iconic body of the 70 and 71 Chevy van. There we go. Comes with the pan, which has a nice carpet structure. You know, they had this shaggy carpet inside. That certainly shows that off pretty nicely. Nothing at the bottom. Obviously, that's where then the frame goes. And here on the inside, there's a bit of plastic. You don't see it from the outside and you don't feel it really, but there is something in the plastic here. Then here we have the cutout for the, if you want to have an open roof, you can cut that out, and there is a clear part for that as well, which you can make dark if you want to, you know. And there are no cutouts for any other windows, so if you want to use those round windows or the other side windows or a rear window or two rear windows, you will have to figure that out yourself, how to get the holes for that in there. Which is pretty cool. So that's what you do. And has a sliding door on the side. Some of them also come with barn doors, but this one has a sliding door. Handles are molded in. A couple of side markers, that's where the lights go. All in all, as the rest, needs a bit of tender loving care. Not terrible by any means, but it needs a bit of attention, which it certainly will get from most modelers. Here we go. So yeah, as I said, the only thing is, it would have been great if you had two round, you know, pre-stamped parts over here, or maybe the long ones for the longer windows. But as it is, that's not there. I mean, for the round windows, you probably just need to drill a hole at the appropriate place, so that should be easy enough. And even cutting out a rectangle is not the devil's work. Can be done fairly easily. Quite a few YouTube videos on that as well. Here we go. There it's in. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that the Vantasy from Dirty Donny by AMT. That's that kit from 2012, original kit from 1971. Let's pop upstairs again and have a few last words and say goodbye. See you there. And here we are back upstairs with Dirty Donny's Vantasy, which we just had a look at. Iconic little van, iconic artist, iconic artwork on there. The decals look pretty clean, they really do. Lovely decals, full of artwork, nothing else on there, no number plates, no decals for the dashboard or instrument panel, none of that. Just artwork from Dirty Donny, and you know what, that's fine. We all have old decals kicking around, or we can paint other stuff by hand. But looking at the kit itself, you can see it's a 71 kit, also this one was repopped in 2012. Needs some tender loving care. It's by no means terrible, not by any stretch of imagination, but it needs a bit of attention. And once you have cleaned it up, I think it will build up to be a very, very nice kit. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Anyway, that was it. That was the Dirty Donny Vantasy kit. Thanks for popping in and staying up to the end. Please, if you like it and want to see more of that, put a subscribe down there. If you like the video, just give it a thumbs up. And I also put the link to my Facebook page in the remarks. And that's it. Thanks very much. Thanks for popping in, and greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.